you don't see the problem with that, then I think we probably should go to a different topic.
Okay. So, I guess I'm taking up a lot of time. One last.
Two questions, and then get in line again if you want. Yeah, Skip, come on back. I want to see you. Go ahead. You had another question about vestigial structures?
So my last one. Are you aware that humans are not perfectly adapted to walking on 2 feet? That is the reason why so many people experience lower back pain.
Wait. Now, let me see if I understand this. You're saying humans are not perfectly adapted to walking on 2 feet, and that's why we have lower back pain. And are you implying that is evidence we used to walk on 4s like an 8?
Yes.
Okay. Could it be there's
our ancestors, we ourselves never did.
Okay, there are an awful lot of people that do not experience lower back pain. There are cultures all over the world that don't have the lower back pain America does because maybe they have different dietary reasons or different exercise reasons, or maybe there's another reason for the lower back pain. If people have lower back pain, that would not be proof of an ape-like ancestor, and that would be the opposite of evolution.
No, it would not be the opposite of evolution.
Yes, it is.
I would love to explain why it's not.
Okay, where's an example of where we're gaining something new?
We're gaining the ability to walk on 2 legs and thus have 2 appendages free to hold things.
Who taught you that? And why did you believe it? I didn't teach you that. Now, I got to come here more often. That's just what I need. Okay. I'll come here as often as you can find somebody to debate me, brother. You can call me, I'll drop it off.
You cite the imperfection of evolution as evidence against it, where in actuality it's evidence for it.
Okay, first I would say I don't think the human back is poorly designed for walking upright. I think it's designed just fine. Now, I walk around just fine. If you're having trouble, you can see a chiropractor or something. Now, but the example you're giving is a lousy example for evolution. When you consider that you and I, standing here today, are copies off of a copy, 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 I would say, of Adam 6,000 years ago, and you would say off of a monkey 3 billion years ago. Either way, there are many copies have been made in here. It's amazing we can even be having this conversation. The original DNA code must have been incredibly complex to survive all this long copying process. So if there are flaws in the human anatomy today, defects, okay, it's a result of thousands of years of genetic problems, of genetic load, of mutations that are degenerative, not helping. If there's a low back problem today, that's not helping, that's not evidence for the evolution theory. I don't know how you can't see that.
Oh God, I could go on all night, but maybe I'll leave it to the next guy to take me on.
Yeah, you can come on back and go on all you want, okay? Go ahead.
My name is Philip Hong. I'm a bioengineering student here.
Oh, slow down. You're Philip and you're what?
Philip Hong. I'm a bioengineering student.
A biology student?
Bioengineering. It's a biology and engineering.
Biology engineering student?
Yes.
Okay.
And also third year. First of all, I'd like to say that it's really been a pleasure being here with you. You're a really good speaker, first of all. I think if I ever owned a business, I'd really like you to be one of my salesmen first.
I'll take it as a modified compliment, okay?
One thing I want to bring up is the fact that you mentioned that we shouldn't be teaching lies in school. So my question is, what would we be teaching if we wouldn't be teaching those quote-unquote lies?
If the things I brought up tonight were taken out of the books, there is still a huge amount of biology. I think most biologists, even evolutionary biologists, know an enormous amount of biology that they should be teaching to the next generation. Kids, these are the muscles, these are the bones, these are the tendons, these are the organs, this is the function, here's how the chemicals work. The origins subject is unrelated. It has nothing to do. You could learn all the muscles, all the bones, all the insertion points. You could learn a huge amount of biology without ever touching the origin subject. I don't think in public schools they should be allowed to discuss origins at all because you're going to upset somebody no matter what you do. The majority of Americans do not believe in evolution. So why is the minority view being taught? And it's unrelated to biology. So if you took the lies out of the textbook, let's say if you took out 30 pages out of your book, okay? You still have a huge textbook and a lot of biology to learn. I am not against biology. I think the kids ought to know the names of the muscles. I taught biology and anatomy. I think the kids ought to learn those things. That's great. But origins and evolution has nothing to do with it. Why is this wasting class time when the kids ought to be learning? There isn't one doctor on planet Earth that cares about evolution when he's doing heart surgery on somebody. He needs to know his anatomy really well to do surgery. Evolution has nothing to do with anything practical in the medical field, except they might want to talk about bacterial resistance, and I pointed out it's a loss of information. So that would be a lousy example for evolution too. So if you want to do surgery on somebody, if you're going to be a surgeon, I would like you to really study biology, and I don't care what you know about evolution, it's unrelated. And many famous surgeons are Christians and creationists. The guy who invented the MRI is a creationist, okay? The guy who invented Gatorade, one of the world's experts on absorption of minerals into the body, is a creationist. So evolution has nothing to do with the subject of biology. It's unrelated.
Well, this is a scary thought, though. Imagine that the lies that were being taught in school, that I consider that it might not be a lie, but in fact, it might be promoting other scientists to be discovering things like cures for cancer and so many other subjects of matter that can...
Well, let's take one topic at a time. You're saying we should keep these lies in the
well,
textbooks?
No. I'm saying that these lies, you're calling them these lies, but you're saying there's no point, absolutely no point in keeping these so-called lies in the textbooks.
Why would you keep a lie in the book?
Well, why would we keep natural selection in the books then?
Okay, natural selection, I didn't cover that tonight, but natural selection certainly works. It has nothing to do with evolution. Natural selection selects. If I said I want to get a population of 12-foot people on this planet, so I'm going to kill everybody under 12 feet tall. Okay, I have nobody to select from. I'm never going to get a population of 12-footers by killing everybody under 12 feet tall. There is nobody to select from. I probably could develop a population of 7-footers on planet Earth. If I killed everybody under 7 feet tall, within a few generations, I'd probably have a population of 7-footers. Because there are some 7-footers to select from. There aren't any 12-footers to select from. So natural selection is a selection process. It's not a creative force. And here's where the biologists absolutely go screwy in their thinking. They think natural selection is going to create something. Natural selection, this says, natural selection causes evolution. That's a lie. It selects. Creationists have no argument with natural selection. We thought of it first. It's a conservative process that removes defective organisms. Natural selection may have a stabilizing effect, but it does not promote speciation. It is not a creative force. Science Magazine, Volume 217. Natural selection can only act on biological properties that already exist. It cannot create properties.
It seems like every time someone has a question, you pull out a PowerPoint. When I don't have a PowerPoint to argue my point of view, and to be honest, I had it all four slides already, and my bladder's pretty weak, and I can't sit through another PowerPoint.
Slow down. Okay. You are welcome to develop a PowerPoint presentation that supports evolution.
No,
I'll come back.
Fair, right?
That would be fair.
To give me a PowerPoint PowerPoint presentation of all the reasons that
I'm showing you right from people that you ought to respect. This parasitology book, they said, hey, it doesn't work, folks. Okay? Screw this one here. This is Science Magazine. This is folks who believe in evolution. But they said natural selection will not promote speciation. It's not a creative force. These aren't creationist resources. Okay?
But the fact
Even if they were, though, it wouldn't matter. The fact is, if you believe natural selection is a creative force to create something new, then you don't understand how it works. This textbook says natural selection can lead to evolution. That is simply a lie. Natural selection will keep the species strong. Here's how it works. If you worked in a factory that produced cars, and your job was to select the good ones to go through and select the bad ones and reject them, quality control, how long would it take your selection process to change the car to an airplane?
really fast.
It won't happen. See, the design engineers change it to an airplane, okay? The problem is, all the species seem to have a natural tendency to produce the same type of offspring. If there's varieties that are too far bizarre and too strange, some mutation happens, they're likely to be selected against. Natural selection, something's going to kill them, okay? If they can't run as fast or can't fly as fast or whatever.